Hello, I'm Kennedy Johnson, and I'm making a video for my SOC100 class about social inequality. It was my junior year of high school playing AAU basketball when I started to notice discrimination towards my teammate because of her religion. My assistant coach was a woman and was a very strict Christian who never seemed to shy away from her faith. My teammate was a Muslim who wore a very religious clothing, and it was obvious because of her beliefs. It all started when my coach asked my assistant coach if she could put the girl in the game. My assistant coach began to say, "No, not unless she takes that thing off of her head." Me and a few teammates heard, but we said nothing because we didn't want this to affect our relationship with our coaches or our playing time. Another incident is when she required all of us to go to a church, which obviously made the girl feel very uncomfortable. Lastly, on a road trip, my assistant coach insisted we put on a movie that told the true story of Jesus and how God is in control of all. My definition of social inequality is the oppression of social groups within a society. To begin with social inequality, this isn't just showing someone being rude or mean in this incident because the coach is actively persecuting this girl's rights as a human being and limiting her chances at getting better at basketball by putting down something she strongly believes in. Two concepts from my textbook to explain this more in detail are choice and chance. Chance is one thing she couldn't control, and my teammate shouldn't be punished for a religion and lifestyle she grew up with. Choice is not determined by what you've done. The sociological mechanisms. From the news or media representation, we see Middle Eastern people as terrorists and extremists, especially more in today's world. Ever since 9/11, people in the United States have become more cautious when they see Muslim people, specifically when they see clothing like hijabs, long kaftans, and some type of turban or flowing scarf. Seeing Muslims and discriminating is a norm that we see in this country, which is very sad. Just because this is a normal stereotype of inequality, shouldn't mean that we can't challenge inequality and social norms. Two concepts from the book to describe this in detail are institutionalized discrimination and generalized other. Institutionalized discrimination is another way of explaining sociological dynamics that normalize inequality. Institutionalized discrimination is the way things are in society that hinder or constrain the opportunities and successes of disadvantaged groups. In this case, we are treating people of a certain religion in the wrong way because it is common and natural in society. Generalized other is a way I think we can put ourselves in these people's shoes and try to understand how they are being treated. We are expected to play our roles and see that it is common for these things to happen, but instead we should challenge and change. Analyzing possibilities from a sociological perspective. As a strong Christian believer, I personally don't think it was something God would be proud of her doing. As a person who accepts all religions, I should have confronted my coach in a calm manner and asked her why she was treating her this way just because of her religion. I could tell the girl was hurt and uncomfortable, and I should have said something because she was not only a teammate but a friend. Even though I didn't say anything, I shouldn't let it affect my thought of playing time or relationship with my coaches because of her being uncomfortable. As a woman, I've gained agency through time, and as a woman to woman, should have spoke out on my teammates' behalf. Structure of society stopped me.